Welcome to the third podcast. We're very happy to see you here.
See?
Yeah.
Well, have you present.
I'm going to say you can't really
Just
see
need to
it.
overbear my microphone, like Joe said. We have some new merchandise coming out with a partnership with Azug,
Our very own.
and we'd like you to buy it.
It comes out on the 1st of May, which
Yeah.
is a week from today. If
Exactly
this
7 days.
actually goes up tonight. I don't know how long it's going to take to upload.
Yeah, it might take more than a day.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe.
It took ages last time, and then for some reason you decided to upload it at 9 in the morning and nobody watched it.
Yeah, nobody watched the last one. Sorry, guys. We'll upload this one at a normal time next time.
Yep.
Anyway, we're here after braving the rain, all with a glass of rose lemonade.
Thank you very much for that.
Fentimans, £2 from the co-op.
Big bottle.
Very big bottle.
Glass too. Just
Yeah.
describing the bottle to the
£2.
to the listeners now.
£2 it costed. It was very nice. So, it's been a while since the last time we recorded.
It's been, we recorded on a Sunday, so it's been a week and 3 days.
Yeah.
That's 10 days.
And since then, I've seen the new Dumbo film.
What
I've
did-
also seen the film.
And
The
what-
film I've actually seen.
What did you yeah, what did you two think to it?
I was disappointed, to be honest.
How can you be disappointed? It's a remake of a film that you've already
Yeah, I
seen.
know,
It
but
wasn't really a remake though.
it was awful. What did you think to it, Harry?
I quite enjoyed it.
Oh,
So what happens that makes you hate it so much?
they ruined Danny DeVito.
They made him better, in my opinion.
It was all very predictable and just, it wasn't...
Well, yeah, because it's a film you've already seen.
No, but it wasn't very... It wasn't as emotional as what I thought it was going to be.
Emotional. Wow.
What, did you think it was emotional?
I didn't think it was emotional. It wasn't really a remake though, was it?
No,
It were a different story.
Different story.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, you know that mouse that was in the original one,
Hmm.
he wasn't in it at all. Sorry for the spoilers.
Yeah, I
on
was going to
Dumbo.
say, we got a few spoilers. But-
Jiminy Cricket, he weren't there.
Was he originally in Dumbo?
Swear he were.
I thought he were in Pinocchio.
Oh wait, is he
Cricket.
Pinocchio? Oh, I think he's Pinocchio.
Is it Pinocchio? I don't know.
I don't have really embarrassed myself.
I don't-
here.
I've not got a very
Well,
wide knowledge
none of us know, so comments.
animated Disney films.
We'll let the comments answer it.
Yeah. If anybody watches this one
Hmm.
after the vast plummet of
Yeah,
views.
you go from like 500,000 to like
Half of 1,000.
to like I don't know,
1/10 of 1,000.
a tenth. How many did we actually get?
183 and counting. Million. But the Dumbo film, it was good because it was Dumbo. But then it was, I don't know.
But then it was also dumb though, because it wasn't as good as the first one. That was a pun.
Was that actually a joke?
I
It was a
think-
pun.
I don't get it.
Dumb thou instead of dumb
Oh.
thou.
Is in questioning one's intelligence.
Yeah. But it's all about like a circus, and I'm quite into the whole circus things. And it was a very unrealistic film as well, because it was like set in 1919, but they had fully functioning robots.
A kid's film is unrealistic. That's what you're complaining about.
You're
It's
telling-
about
yeah.
an elephant that flies using its ears, and they had robots in 1919. How on earth did that get commissioned? It's so unrealistic.
It is unrealistic though.
It's a
You've been to
Disney film.
Disneyland, haven't you? Both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
The
know
proper one in America,
Yeah.
not
the
France.
what's the ride called? Where it's like a great big beautiful tomorrow. Or is that what the ride's called? You know, they're like,
I'm afraid I don't know.
I don't. You describing. Oh wait.
it's like a bunch. It's like have you seen the President show in America?
I don't think so.
That's the building, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where you go inside. I didn't do that last time, but I think I've been in it.
It's basically like a big presentation of all the presidents of America that have ever been ever,
Right, that
Right.
and they all say this big thing, and it's like
Dumbo's there.
no, Dumbo's not there. It was the same robots as what was in that.
Oh,
So all the presidents aren't real presidents. Not all of them are still alive.
obviously.
So
I
they're all
know
robots.
that. Roosevelt died of polio in 1945. He's not going to come back from the grave to work in Disneyland, is he?
Yeah, a bit of history in there.
Yep,
Yeah,
got my
again.
revision sorted.
Look at that. But it's just, I don't know. It's an unrealistic film. I've just finished watching the Freak Show series of American Horror Story as well.
Never watched it.
Have you seen it?
I've
Nope.
never watched it.
Never had an interest.
I'm
It's
more of a
amazing.
Dumbo kind of guy.
To me, that show does seem quite unrealistic, so there's no need to watch
What,
it.
American Horror Story?
Yeah, it seems really unrealistic.
Why?
Isn't it meant to be?
What's so unrealistic about it?
No, I'm thinking of a different TV show.
Why, what were you thinking of?
Stranger Things. I'm sorry.
Are they both Netflix originals?
I want to say Stranger Things definitely is, but I don't think American Horror Story is.
Well, I don't know. It was all about a freak show. There's a bearded lady.
Could have never guessed that.
What do you think's so unrealistic about it?
It was a joke because you were complaining that Dumbo was
Oh,
unrealistic.
right. So you don't actually think it's unrealistic?
Well,
You've
no,
never
I've
seen
never watched it, so
It's good. You should watch it. Have you never seen it?
No.
Do you know what it's? It's just good. It's a good series.
it's just good.
Yeah.
That's Jack Dooner's review on American Horror Story Freak Show. It's just good.
But I've just started series 5. That's not very good so far. I don't like detective dramas.
Wow, 3 reviews in 1 episode today.
I don't really like. Do you like detective dramas? You two, like, you know, the whole detective thing. It's quite basic, I think.
What detectives?
You know, like having police. You know, like, I don't know how to describe it. You know what I mean, don't you?
Police are
Like
now
crime.
basic.
Yeah, like a crime drama.
Mm.
They're very popular, but I don't see the hype.
Talking about detectives, I want to go and see Detective Pikachu when it comes
Do
out.
you really?
I actually want to.
Do you want to see it, Harry? Are you quite a fan of?
You're a Pokemon fan.
Oh, I love Pokemon Go. But that movie's either going to be horrific or actually quite good.
You thought
About-
Christopher Robin? Is that the best
That
film you've
were a
seen?
good film.
I've never seen it. Have it?
It's only because Ewan McGregor's in it. Absolutely carries it.
Not really, it's having all the original voices as like Winnie the Pooh that carries it.
Really? So is it actually about a man called Christopher Robin, or is it about Winnie the Pooh?
Both.
Yeah,
Well, Christopher Robin isn't a real person.
he's fictional.
Yeah, I know, but like, so was he Winnie the Pooh's mate or something?
Yeah.
He's sort of his owner, but not his owner, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like, there's no like legal contract that he's his owner, but he sort of owns him, he sort of doesn't. It gets a bit weird. You need to go like really far back into Winnie the Pooh lore to actually understand what's going on. It's a really deep and complex universe that he's crafted.
The Winnie the Pooh universe.
Yep.
Universe.
I love it. But yeah, I don't see the hype behind detective dramas and crime dramas. I don't know if you've watched any.
Well, if it depends on if they're good, because if they're good, they can be really good, but if they're not, they can be really bad. And that's my own
Right,
view.
I think what
But it depends on what the depends on what the concept is, really.
if they're good,
Very good. They can... I can't stop.
I get your point because they've sort of been overdone a bit.
Yeah.
A lot of people have tried it.
They seem so long and slow and slow and long. You know what I mean? And that's kind
Yes,
of what,
I get what you mean.
it's kind of what season 5 of American Horror Story is a bit like.
A bit
Long
slow
and
and a bit
slow.
long and a bit
And
long and a bit slow.
and detective drama,
Mm.
which is not my cup of tea. But
So, what have you two been up to for your first week off?
I've just told you I watched the Dumbo film.
That's all you did. for
Probably
the-
all I did. I went to Bridlington.
So, moving on to Harry. What did you do
I watched Leeds fall apart
again?
again.
I can't believe it.
Oh dear.
It was all there for him a few weeks ago, thanks to us.
They thought they had it all together.
But
They
now
fell
they
apart
don't.
again. And now it means that Connor Washington will be a Premier League striker.
It's probably Chris Wilder's greatest achievement, getting Conor Washington into the Premier League. Forget everything
It'd be a pretty hard task to do, to be honest.
Not many would be able to achieve that.
No.
Then watch him. We'll sell him in summer.
I hope not.
I don't know.
No. But yeah. Will he win the Golden Boot?
Most likely.
100%. Without a shadow of a doubt in my mind.
If United were to lose it at this point, what would happen?
I think
obviously Leeds would go up, but
Meltdown.
I think every Sheffield United fan across the globe would just combust.
do you think every United fan across Sheffield?
No, we've got some foreign fans.
I saw
A lot of
I saw a
support.
Blades in USA Instagram account.
Exactly.
Damn.
Exactly. Forget Orlando
Shocking.
Central. That's where it's at.
Orlando Central's a good Instagram account.
It is a very good Instagram account.
I rate them highly.
For latest updates and all the good stuff.
Even updates the current form in the bio and the
It's amazing.
position in the league. Really well run account.
It is. I enjoy it thoroughly.
Go give them a follow. That's all I have
Yeah.
to say.
Pretty much.
If you like America and you like football, even if it's bad football, go and give them a follow.
Free promotion for them.
Yep.
Whoever they are.
And who it could be.
But yeah. So you've had a week in Turkey,
Yep.
just about.
A lot of stuff happened.
Turkish beaches.
A lot of stuff. Yep, they exist. They're a thing.
They are real.
I can confirm.
Live in the flesh, you saw one.
Been on one. Sat in the sand.
Bean on a Turkish beach.
Yep, I have been to one.
Did you eat a lot of beans?
Surprisingly, no.
Were there any beans?
Yes.
Green beans, baked beans,
They did.
string beans.
Obviously, I stayed all inclusive, and they did a breakfast service.
Amazing.
And they were in like these tray things that you have to like pull up. And I pulled one up, looked at it, didn't have a clue what it was. Looked at the little label, it just said British beans.
Wow.
So it's just a vat full of British beans. They weren't very nice, if I'm honest, but still they were British beans.
So are they the same beans that we have over here?
I don't think they're Heinz, but they were just British beans that they've apparently got over there.
Imported. From
But,
Britain?
Yeah, a lot happened. My mother actually set a toaster on fire.
How'd she manage this?
Well, you see, it was one of them ones, you know, when you sort of put it on the thing and it feeds it through. It wasn't your conventional toaster you just push down. So
Was this in a room or in a
this was
lobby
in like the
a-
restaurant area.
Alright, okay.
So there's no sliced bread.
So how many people saw this happen?
I don't know. It was probably a few. So there wasn't any bread left that was meant to be used for toasting. So she got a loaf and cut a slice out of it, but she cut it a bit too thick. So she feeds it through. The toaster literally has flames coming out of it.
Just from
And rather than getting help,
Piece of
yeah,
bread.
rather than getting help or seeking assistance, she runs away. She ran away. She left this toaster on fire and just ran away. And it was hilarious.
How does that happen, though?
In fact, speaking of which, speaking of Turkey, I bear gifts.
Oh,
For you, I've got a fridge magnet. That a really,
Oh, thank
really
you.
really creepy guy sold me actually in a leather factory. And then for you, I've got a pair of slippers.
Oh my god.
you got them out early. I thought it were like them things you put in your shoes to
No,
make
they're-
them comfier.
They're slippers from the hotel I was staying in.
Wow.
Wow.
Yours cost money, his didn't. So
So, who really wins here?
See, I've got what I feel is the better present that didn't cost anything.
But I know you've got a lot of stuff on your fridge, so that's why I got you one.
Oh, thank you, mate.
So yeah, I thought about you.
Antalya.
Antalya, that'll be.
I'm guessing that's where you stayed.
Yep. It was. Well, I stayed just outside of Antalya, a little place called Belek.
Wow, sounds like a footballer.
It's not. It's a place.
Oh, I know. Was
It's where the beach is.
Is it a big city or is it a village or a town or is it?
I don't really know. You get off the motorway, and then
In Turkey. What are the motorways like in Turkey?
They're actually pretty good, but nobody can drive properly.
So it's not all riding like
They literally
camels and that?
they drive in the middle of the road, and that is a very racist and sweeping statement that I hope you would like to adapt.
No, I'm just saying like that's just. I thought Turkey was very much a desert.
No, where I was staying, it was pretty heavily urbanised.
Oh, very nice.
Oh yeah, we had to go to a leather factory as well, and that was
You had to.
right.
You had no other option but to go to this leather factory.
Well, if we wanted free transport to the shopping centre, then yes, it was either
Free
pay.
transport?
It was either pay €110 total for taxis there and back, or get free transport and have to go to a leather factory. So we went for the free transport and the leather factory.
Why did you have to go to this leather factory?
Because I'm pretty sure the hotel that we were staying at had some sort of contract with this leather factory. But it was all fake stuff. But it was really intimidating. You walked in, they gave you these clips, felt like a piece of cattle going to slaughter or something. And then you just walk down these steps, and it's so bad. And then they have like one of their people just follow you around everywhere.
In this leather factory?
Yeah, to make sure you're not like gonna steal something, I guess, or if you look at something, they can be like, oh, you want to buy it. But then that's where.
So they're quite like lucky men.
You could say
But
so,
in a factory.
but it wasn't a conventional factory. Like there wasn't people like making stuff. They just called it a factory, but no one was making anything. So I don't know why it was called a factory. But that's where I met the guy who spoke to me about Liverpool, if you remember.
Oh, he thinks they're going to win
Yeah,
the
because
league and the Champions League.
he basically said Barcelona are a one-man team, which was really stupid.
Liverpool aren't.
Mm.
Well, I suppose they're not anymore. Maybe last season they were, but not this season.
Because salary's over party. That's why. But what else happened in Turkey then, now that I think about it?
So wait, So you went to this leather factory and then what? You got on a bus or in a car?
Is this leather factory next to the hotel you stayed in?
No, it was
How far is it?
probably about 20-minute drive.
Right.
You
Wait, what?
Did you walk or drive to this leather factory?
We got driven by the what was called our rep,
Okay.
who like worked with like the hotel, and then he took us for free, and then we had to go to the leather factory for a bit. Then we left, got in the same car with the same rep, and then went to the shopping centre.
Well, you had to spend time at the leather factory.
Yes, or we couldn't get free transport. That was basically the deal.
So what was the free transport?
It was like a minibus. It was actually pretty nice, but I had to sit in the front with two men who don't speak my language, which was really awkward.
Did you speak to him?
Well, the guy turned to me, literally out of nowhere. He was on his phone, turned his phone off, and then he just went, "So, where you from?" I said, "England." And then he went, "Ah, London?" I went, "Nah, I'm from Yorkshire." And he just went, "Oh yeah," as if he knew where it was. Definitely doesn't know where Yorkshire is.
It's weird, isn't it, when you go abroad? Everybody just thinks.
It was incredibly awkward, and there was probably like, I don't know, maybe 3 centimetres between the seat and the dashboard. So I was just sort of in a ball, and I was sat in the middle between the driver and the guy who asked me where I was from, and they were just having conversations over me.
Did you not offer to swap seats with?
Oh yeah, I'll just get out of my seat halfway on the motorway and just swap seats with you, mate. There you go. You can talk to your mate now.
So you were just sat there,
In the middle.
just staring into space, or
Yep, and because it was really bright and I'd also forgot my sunglasses, I was squinting the whole way there. So and it was really awkward.
right? Why didn't you sit with your family on this minibus?
Because I was initially sat in the back, but then the guy who asked me where I was from
grabbed you.
He opened the back door because there was
There he was.
there was another family that needed to get in. So he opened the back door.
Get into the back door.
No, he opens this back door and I'm sat down and I've already got my seatbelt on and I'm getting warm, I'm getting comfortable. And then he literally points at me and he says, "You, front." And at first I'm thinking he's talking to someone else.
Are you sure you weren't in a Turkish prison?
He says, "You, front." And then I'm like, I ignore him at first because I think he's talking to someone else. And then I look up at him again, he's going, pointing and then pointing to the seat, pointing and pointing to the seat.
So this bloke was taking you to a leather factory.
It was such a surreal experience though, and I hope it never happens again. I don't.
Surreal.
Yeah, you wouldn't. It's not something you'd expect to happen to you ever in your life, and I don't think I'm ever going to go back to Turkey.
Really? Did you enjoy it though?
Yeah, it was relaxing. It was nice. The pool was nice. The staff were nice. There was a band on every night though who couldn't sing, so that was funny.
Were they Turkish band? British band?
They were Turkish singers, yeah, but they were trying to sing English lyrics, and I don't think they knew some of them. They sang a lot of Uptown Funk, sang that a lot. They really liked that song. And then Daft Punk and Pharrell Williams. What's that? I can't remember
Get
his
Lucky?
name. Yeah,
Is that the song?
something like that. Sang that a lot. And then they also sang, surprisingly, they sang Sex Bomb every night.
That go well?
Well, it's a man with a really thick Turkish accent singing Sex Bomb, so I'm pretty sure you can imagine how it went.
Pretty well.
Yeah, everyone was up and dancing. Ooh.
To this Turkish band?
Yep.
Wow! So it sounds fun.
Then obviously there's the blokes who had a fight, but that's not important. That's
It's
over
just an Australian man and what was it?
that. German.
German man.
Yeah.
I thought you said he was Dutch.
No,
earlier.
I said that, but I realised he was actually German.
Did you know all these people personally?
No, but we were actually sat on the table next to the German guy, and staff had to come over to him and have a word. And then a policeman turned up, and then basically told him off for having a fight. And then they both went their separate ways. But I'm personally Team Australia because I think he was in the right.
What was the fight about?
The German man pushed in
In
the queue.
For what? British
Food?
beans.
Probably
To get some more British beans.
There's such a high demand for British beans in Turkey.
They're mad for it.
That's what I'm going to do next time I'm going to Turkey. I'm going to smuggle Heinz across the border and sell them
Wow.
and make profit.
That's completely pointless.
Well, it's not, because I make money from it.
They're just good at that hotel. They love it. British beans.
Such a high demand. But yeah, he pushed in the queue, and then this Australian man called him out for it. And then they walked off, then they met again, and then the Australian man started getting in the German man's face, and then they pushed at one another.
Wow.
And then the Australian man went, "You're effing crazy, man."
Damn. He really is a umfer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really says, he drops F-bombs. Not sex bombs, F-bombs.
So, besides watching Leeds fall apart, have you been doing anything else? How's revision going? Well,
Swimmingly.
is it really? He just mimed.
Nothing's
No.
going in.
I tell you,
Just do enough Seneca and hope from there.
from that family fruit back door,
What?
they
Oh.
went into the bus.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But it's just sort of, it's just not sticking. I mean, I've probably just about got down the equations for kinetic energy, elastic energy, and then some others, but that's probably about it. Nothing wants to go in. It just bounces off my head.
It's full of innuendos, this one. We, we love it.
Yeah, it's just not going well. And then them booklets for history are okay, but some of it doesn't really make sense and pages get repeated.
Yeah.
Diss at the history department.
I got my kitchen table shown on the history Instagram account.
Wales history page,
It
yeah.
was good.
On Instagram.
But yeah, not much really happened since last time. Just say we've been gone a while. A few.
I was
I'm going to say weeks, but it hasn't been weeks, has it?
It's been over a week.
It's been about 10 days.
It's been a week.
That's since we recorded, though.
Yeah. It's been a week since the last podcast. A week and about.
And we haven't even got a game to talk about because you didn't play, did you?
No.
Due to lack of numbers.
Wednesday played.
Forest He scored that banger, didn't
That
it?
was a very nice
That
goal.
was mad.
It was really good.
And then did you see Barry Bannon's goal?
No, I didn't
The
see
other
that
day,
one.
that was
I saw
it's just as good, in my
that.
opinion.
Goal of the season competition for Wednesday is going to be alright.
We've only won it like 3 years on trot.
Hmm.
Goal of the season. Should have another in.
But you haven't won the league, so...
So do you think United will fare well in the Premier League? Do you think they'll do well?
No.
Or- no. Straight up no.
Do you think they'll do better than Derby's 11 points?
Yeah, we'll do better than Derby.
Or do you think they'll make a new record?
Well,
7 points.
I think really it depends on the owner because he never invests in us. So I think, and this is the one
He
who's
will now.
he's the Prince. So
Prince.
yeah.
He's got longest name in.
Oh, did you see his name?
He has such a long name, but hopefully if we do
I'm
get
gonna find his name.
if we do get promotion, he'll start investing more, and then we might actually be able to go places.
Harry's gonna try
You
and
know,
pronounce his name
maybe
as well.
sign someone who's younger than like 30.
You're in for a real treat with this name pronunciation.
Yeah, so the teams, what's the average age? It's got to be... Mind you, you got a few young players.
What,
Dowell.
like Dowell and Dino. Yeah.
We're both on loan.
I really
Craner?
hope
Oh, he's
that
on loan now.
I hope that we manage to sign Anderson at the end of the season. But if we get promoted, Man United are just going to up his price, you can just tell.
I think they'll up it anyway.
Because he has had an incredible
Decent
season.
keeper, isn't he? Yeah.
Oh,
Right,
have
it
you,
is.
got his name?
Harry's
I'll have to turn my phone sideways.
So you can read
so
it.
long. Right. Abdullah bin Musad bin Abdulaziz Al Suad.
Is that the full name?
That's his full name.
What a hero. But, well, no. He's not a hero.
He is not a hero at all.
He don't look like a prince. Just looks like a man on a golfing holiday to me when I saw him.
Well, were you expecting Prince Charming or something?
I expected somebody to come, dressed up. Oh dear.
Well, he's a man with a net worth of 18 billion.
18 billion.
Is it as much as
18
Chansiri?
billion.
Is it as much as Chansiri?
We're probably just one of his side businesses, that's why he's not bothered.
Yeah. Dapon
No.
Chansiri's got a few side businesses.
Who?
Dapon Chansiri, the Wednesday chairman.
Mm.
D-Taxis. He's been advertising them for 2 years. It's a taxi service.
What is?
D-Taxis. That's what he calls them.
And where do they operate?
Nowhere, because
You
they
know,
don't
you know,
exist
you
yet.
know the calls. You
The what?
know the calls.
Yeah,
There.
D-Taxis.
Well,
Come
apparently
to
they
give
bought
it.
out City Taxis, but I don't know. Is that what they're called, City Taxis?
Yeah, that's what they were.
Mm. So
Yeah.
he's bought them and then relabelled them as D-Taxis.
Well, not yet.
It's happening.
They're still...
Chansey was making moves.
I don't know what's
They're not
happening.
transferred.
No. Well, all the sports fans be loving this podcast. Leeds have fallen apart. Actually suggested by a young lad called Liam Betts. He wanted credit for it. So
What,
there's
for
the credit.
saying...
Because I put
Leeds?
the poll
Yeah,
in
I saw that. Well, not the poll, the suggestion box.
there. I can't remember
Who
anymore.
asked to talk about cars?
One
Do
of
you
my
remember?
sister's friends. It's
One of
called
your
Derek.
sister's friends.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about cars?
I mean, I can do.
What cars do you like?
I honestly don't have
I
a clue
look-
with cars. I know about
like
four
the
cars.
red ones. But no, what's your ideal car, dream car, if you have one?
I'm happy with anything, to be honest.
You happy with
One
anything?
that moves.
One that moves.
I
Well,
don't want one that goes too fast because I'll just kill myself.
that's,
Not intentionally.
that's sensible. That is pretty sensible. Didn't you say? I thought you liked Ford Cortinas, didn't you?
Oh yeah, Ford Cortinas, yeah. Is it alright? Nice one, Joe.
Steady on there.
Enjoying his rose lemonade.
Yep.
Is it rose or rosé?
A bit too much.
If it was rosé, it'd have an cute accent on it.
It would. I can't remember any of the other suggestions, to be honest. I don't think there were many.
There wasn't.
I think it'll just be us winging it again.
Maybe we peaked too soon.
Maybe. I mean, maybe this podcast is...
Is anybody listening?
Yeah, I mean...
It's just white noise. We're just speaking to the internet and it's no response.
But... What have we spoke about this episode anyway? Man, we've had quite a
Dumbo, Turkey, cars for about 3 seconds.
Yeah, I don't understand them.
You don't understand?
Well, I understand. I don't understand how they work. I don't know the whole system behind it.
That's Keck. He'll sort you out.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't have a wide knowledge of it. It's never something I've been interested in. Have you? Do you like cars?
I found Top Gear funny, but not because of the cars.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because there's people in it.
It's regurgitating themes of
Repeating ourselves.
previous
Yeah,
podcasts.
focusing on cars here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
What?
cars.
What do you like about cars? Yeah?
My favourite aspect of a car is probably the.
We're probably the only ones enjoying this.
Gearbox.
The number plate.
the exhaust pipe.
What does this even mean? What are we doing?
We're just talking about our favourite cars.
We've all gathered here today. We've come together
To wed Joe Hales with his favourite exhaust pipe.
to do a podcast, and we've like, I don't know. We've learned about Joe's holiday. We've been given presents.
Yep, gifts.
That'll be going on my Instagram tonight.
Mm.
Love a good magnet.
Oh, the guy who sold me that as well, the really creepy guy, he was following me around because this was at the end of the leather factory. They had like a gift shop, and this guy was following me around. He's constantly trying to give me food. He came up to me and was like, "Do you want Turkish delight?" And I said no. I said no, I'm alright. He went, it's free. So I went, oh.
How many innuendos can we fit in this episode?
And then
I'm not an idiot, I know it's innuendos.
he went, it's free. So I went, alright, picked it up and I just gave it to my mum because I don't like Turkish delight.
I love Turkish delight.
And it had coconut on it.
Oh,
coconut.
delicious.
So bad.
Oh, my father also wanted a public apology.
Oh, he did, didn't
for
he?
saying that you were going to steal his job as chairman.
Yeah, sorry Kieran. Please don't extinguish my contract or anything. Because I would like to keep playing football.
Extinguish?
Yeah.
It's a nice
Put it
word.
out.
Yeah, get it out. No, don't get it out.
Oh, we are so immature.
Talking about my dad, I don't think we've got time for it now, but in the next podcast I'd like to discuss a story because you had a pretty interesting story about your dad. My dad once took a VW garage hostage.
And we're talking about that next time.
Yeah, I don't. Well, we're right.
Keep them wanting more.
How many minutes are we in here?
33.
We're not going to have time for another story. Keep it for next week.
We probably should, yeah, and round it up. Within the next few minutes.
How do you even do that? Do you mean...
Take a VW garage hostage?
Find out next week.
Yeah, I'll tell you the story of the mighty
Tune in next
legend
time.
of what is my father.
But yeah, once again, sincere apologies for threatening to steal your job. Well, not your actual job, your side job. Side
Bit on
job.
the side.
Yep.
Oh,
Any plans for the week ahead?
no.
No? Harry?
And it was just knocked off my mic, so not breaking it.
I'm not breaking your mic. That's a good plan.
Stay alive. Keep yourself alive. Listen, find some new music actually. I'm
Find some new music.
quite into that at the minute.
What a conquest.
Watch Man City play Man United.
Oh, that's tonight, isn't it?
Because
Ooh,
that's
yeah.
probably the last meaningful action that will
Yeah.
happen this season.
Ever. in football.
In football, the football will end.
It's
Tonight.
7:30 tonight. Football's finished. What?
After the final whistle, we'll know who's going to win the league.
Yeah, that's true. So
Because it's not like them two are going to stop winning.
no score predictions. I'd like Man United to come through.
I wouldn't.
But are they going to? No.
Well, of course not. Well, I don't. If I'd like them to, and for that reason, I'd like to think they're going to win 3-1.
Oh my god.
Man United to win 3-1.
Yeah.
Did you watch them against them?
I saw the highlights.
Oh, if you watched the full game.
I didn't watch the full game. It were Easter Sunday, weren't it? Were it? Yeah, it were. But
I wasn't even in the country.
show off.
I did see some kids running around doing an Easter bonnet though.
That's pretty cool.
Joe, mate, we're doing a football prediction.
You're talking about Easter bonnets and Turkish children.
They weren't Turkish children.
Ah.
Well, I don't think. I didn't ask.
I'm going to go 2-1 City.
Sensible. I'd probably say 1-0 City.
I just don't want them to win league again.
Yeah.
Well, it's City or Liverpool, take your pick.
I like Liverpool. I ain't got a problem with it.
Regardless, we're not going to hear the end of it.
I know.
From either of them.
Well, I think it'd be fair if like Liverpool won Champions League and Man City won Premier League. That'd be the ideal predicament.
Man City just seem to win everything apart from the Champions League.
I know. That bold man can't win anything in Europe.
And if there's one thing you don't want to do, it's annoy the Arabs.
Oh no.
What? It's a fact. They have an Arabic owner. They have an Arabic owner, and you don't want to annoy the Arabs. You don't want to annoy anyone. That's more to the point.
Well done there, Joe. Well retracted.
Recovery.
Can't believe it.
What? It's a fact. You don't want to annoy anyone, but especially Arabs.
Why especially the Arabs? You know what? No.
Because they have a lot of money. They have a lot of influence. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
They have a really large royal family, don't they? A lot of things are legal in Saudi Arabia.
Illegal.
No,
or
legal. A lot of things that are illegal in other countries. I'm not going to go into it because we're sticking to the whole family-friendly thing, and it's a bit.
I think we've passed.
It's a bit explicit.
Yeah, we're beyond that. I mean, we're not swearing.
We haven't said a single swear word in these 3 podcasts.
I'm really proud of all of us. I'm just scared that if we get like Willow as a guest, that's it.
If we get Willow as a guest, our podcast is finished. And that's why we're having him on next week.
Yeah.
Willow, I hope you've got 15 quid. Because I'm not sharing. Are you sharing?
I'm not sharing that.
No room to share.
It is good might as well come in Mandy in the future.
You mean what?
In the future.
No, you said come in something in the future. Didn't you? Did you say another word?
I don't know.
I said come in handy.
Oh.
Oh, right. I thought you said come in Mandy.
No!
Doesn't make much sense.
Sorry, Mandy.
Who's Mandy?
I don't know.
So.
We probably all view it called Mandy.
Yeah.
We don't mean any offence to you
Sorry, Mandy.
or your family.
Oh God, 2 apologies in 1.
It's just an apology session.
Yeah.
People's podcast. Suggest us things to talk about, please, because
We're running out.
we're dry at the minute. We are really dry. And on that note,
I think we're going to leave it there.
yeah, I think it's time to finish it.
Oh, good grief.
That was wonderful.
It was a fun. How long?
That's the most,
38.
Fun 38 minutes.
that's the most fun one we've done so far.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Are we? I'm still recording.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So buy us merchandise. Relatively cheap, I think. So, yeah.
It's money for prom as well.
Wear it everywhere.
Good cause.
Weddings, funerals, christenings, everywhere.
Football matches.
Leisure activities.
IKEA visits.
Swimming.
Oh! Right, we've just had an inception. Right. we should probably go now.
Careful there.
So yeah, thanks for listening. See you next Wednesday.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.